Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How are you all? I'll just flip it around so you can see me. Second, I gotta do this. Oh, orientation is locked. Whoops, oops, oops. That's fine. Okay, I have to go this way. Fine. Hi, how are you? How is everybody? Welcome, welcome. Sunday, happy Sunday, spinning Sunday. I see some people were here. Maurice. Oh, lovely. Talk about where they're from. Fabulous. Well, welcome to the Babbles Travelling Yarns podcast. This is my live series, and last week what we did was we actually made up some Rolags. So if you didn't see the making of the Rolags, have a little look at last week's live, and you can follow along there as well. So this is a little adventure that we're going on to see how these spin up. So what I'm going to do first is just put together my wheel, because it actually hasn't been put together in a while. So I'm going to actually show you what type of wheel I have, and then we'll get spinning. So I'm going to turn around the thing again. And then there we go. All right. Oh, hang on. What's it on about? Rotation device locked. Yeah, that's fine. That's grand. No worries, it's fine. So I'm just going to show you here. So these are the Rolags that I've got. They're actually two separate Rolags. If you haven't seen it, they're two separate Rolags, because what we're going to do is we're going to spin these separately, a single each, and then we're going to ply them together. We might not get to the ply today, but that's okay. We've got plenty of time. So I'm just going to talk about the parts of my wheel which are separate, which come off. So we've got the flyer here, which is actually a woolly winder flyer. That's what this gear is here. The gear actually turns, and you see this little guide? It moves up and down the bobbin when it's on. So I'm going to put on the smallest ratio, because that's the ratio I like. Actually, do you know what? What will I do? Yeah, I will. So I'll put on the smallest ratio out to the end here. And you see the gear here? You've actually got a gear on both sides on the bobbins. So you have to buy the bobbins with the woolly winder. And then what it does is it actually connects and drives it, which is super handy. It took me a while to understand that. This is actually a piece of the flyer that came with my wheel, and it's broken because I showed it to, I was demonstrating, and a child got hold of it and cracked it off the ground. Great, lovely. Aren't they wonderful? And there's a little, if you can see, there's a little groove here. So you can see that it, you know, it'll slot in only one way, and then it locks in position. There we go. So now that's my flyer assembly assembled. I also have this part here. This is actually an orifice reducer. I hate that word orifice, but it's the most effective word. So on my wheel, I also have the capability to go up to a jumbo flyer, but what I needed to do is change the actual, so we'll move over here now to the maidens. So this is my traveller wheel. It's an Ashford Traveller. It doesn't look like this. I'll just tilt it there so you can see. So it has two pedals. It's a double treadle, the wheel, and it's a castle style because the flyer assembly is up on top of the wheel. And that's normally called a flyer or a castle style wheel. There's a couple of different types, but this is the Ashford Traveller, and this is the way it works for me. So I quite like the castle styles because they're often a lot taller, and I'm quite a tall person. I've got the long legs, and I don't really want my knees up towards my chest. I want them kind of down, not at 90 degrees, a little bit down farther. So dropped a little, so the knees are below my hips, and that is the most comfortable position for me to spin. Sometimes I do spin on the couch, but you know what? If we're being good, we're supposed to not do that. So the orifice reducer slots in just here because the the jumbo flyer came with an adapter here. So I took this out. The wheel is often has a smaller hole than that. So I just unplugged it and screwed in this one. And just to stop me having to unscrew it the whole time, I just slot in the orifice reducer there. And that just, it gives you better control over the, the single if the orifice is a little bit smaller, unless you're doing big chunky yarns. So this little slot will slip into that, but what I want to do first is just pop that through and then lift it up and then slot that on. And now it's working, happy days. I'm just going to make sure that these maidens can rotate in and out, and that one is fine. Now, the next step, oops, I forgot to pop the I'm going to call it a belt, but it's not a belt. What's it called? A string. Goddamn, what's it called? Anyway, it's the thing that goes around the big wheel. So I have it doubled because I like to use what's called a double drive. The drive band, that's it, fabulous. So I've got one that goes around the little groove there on the bobbin, and I've got one that goes around the flyer. Now I can change my ratio, which is how fast the this flyer thank you very much, Lacey. How fast the flyer spins compared to the wheel. I'm leaving it on the biggest one. Actually, I might just pop it on the smaller one just for the minute, just while I'm getting it on. And then these both go together around the center wheel. So I'm just going to line them up, tuck them under, tuck them under so I can see where am I at, and then lovely. Okay, so I have it around the wheel, but it is quite loose still. So I'm just going to bring it up here, and what's great with the Ashford Traveller is that I can actually tilt this, and there's a little knob here which I can show you what happens. It's not accurate really, but this little knob goes down, and so what I want is this to be nice and tense. Good. You can also use Scotch tension on this, but I'm not. I have gotten used to the double drive. I don't have to adjust it or anything if the bobbin gets heavier or whatever. So that is now touching that. Now sometimes that actually dries into that, and I don't really like it when it does that. Normally I have like a little bottle cap or a 50p piece to put in there, just because the wood is, it's soft, and it is a drill effectively, so it does kind of get down into it. And actually, I need to put so much tension on it that this is actually not long enough. I need to change that, and that's because I have this drive band. It's only a temporary drive band, but I'm too lazy to get another one. So that could be fixed now with a slightly shorter drive band, but it only needs to be like half an inch shorter, and I just haven't got around to doing that. Anyway, this is actually butcher's twine that they use to wrap meat up in the butchers, and it's really good. It's really strong. So happy days. I've got a few other little tools over here that you might hear dangling around that you might have some questions about. This is the orifice hook, which we're going to be using quite a lot. And then this is, I should use it, but I don't. It's actually a gauge to kind of measure the thickness of your yarn. So you can see it's super bulky, chunky, Aran, worsted, DK weight, sport, fingering, and a lace. And it's actually cut out. There's a little groove. Hi. And you can actually slot in your yarn, fill it in, and be like, what does it fit into? So that is super useful. It also has an inch gauge, which you can use to wrap around and find the wraps per inch, which is also a good gauge if you're slightly inconsistent. All right, so I think we're all set up. Anyone have any questions about the setup or how the wheel works or anything like that? Just pop it in the down bar. I am actually just going to raise you up slightly. Sorry now. Just to give you a little bit more. Now I've got my lovely slippers on. So, and we'll see how the back does today. I might just do it one-legged Or I might do double two-legged. I'll just take those off. They're jingling about the place and annoying me. If it's annoying me, it must be annoying you. Okay, so I am hi from Southern California. How are you getting on? So I'm now just going to just pedal it a few times, get a feel for it. Now there's a little bit of a spinning sound there I don't really like. But I think once we've got a bit of tension on it, that sound will go. Okay, so what I want to do now is just set up the, what's this called? This is all my words gone. But I basically put a little, what kind of wheel? I have a Ashford Traveller. An Ashford Traveller wheel. So I'm going to thread up my wheel like you'd thread a sewing machine. So I'm putting it through all these little slots here to make sure that it's going to go on right. And this type of wheel is a woolly winder, like I've mentioned. So this will actually go back and forth. So that's why there's not a load of hooks on it or something adjustable. It'll do it itself, which is just the most amazing, amazing, amazing thing in the world. And it was expensive. It was about maybe €300 after shipping and everything. And it did seem ridiculous at the time. It was like a Christmas present, but there you go. That's the sound I'm looking for. So you've got a bit of tension, which stops this rattling around and whizzing past. So yeah, it was about €300 for just the flyer, and it does loads and loads and loads of other stuff. Do you find that the woolly winder pulls your wool out of your hands as you spin? No, it's just that's to do with the tension. It's not the woolly winder that pulls it, it's the tension. So if you find that is happening, you just reduce your tension, which is just reducing this knob down here and letting this go a little bit looser. If you've got a double drive, if you've got a Scotch tension, you just unwind and you just let that off a tiny bit. The pulling out of your hand is all about the adjusting, and that happens very, very often. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. And it's not the woolly winder's fault, I find. I haven't noticed anyway. I've kind of gotten used to it. Now, so should we get started? You're saving to buy one. It is worth it. It is worth it. You feel like your uptake is always too much with your woolly winder. Oh, Lacey, how funny. No, what kind of wheel do you have, Lacey? Now, so what I'm gonna do is probably, I'm gonna show you how I spin. And I'm gonna keep looking at this and figure out how we go. So the first one, what I'm gonna do is just spin straight from it. And then I'm gonna actually pre-draft this one. And we're gonna see the difference. Does that sound good? Kromsky Sonata. Do you know what? Mina might have a bit more of an idea because she has a Kromsky Sonata, all right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this kind of thick. This is way thicker than my normal drafting, because it just is. I normally draft very, very thin. So keeping it this thick is a little crazy to me, but I do want to have this spun within the hour. So thicker fibre, thicker uptake means it's going to spin faster and you're going to get a thicker yarn. So we'll get something quite delicious and chunky, hopefully. So let's just do a quick check on our thickness and see where we are on that. Okay, so my single is around a sport, only when I've just started. So we'll see if I can keep that up. Now I'll get little chunks here. So here we have the blending starting to happen. So I'm coming into the yellow. I really want to go thinner. It's amazing how much my hands want to draft thinner. Ah, stop it now. And everyone always says, oh, I'll never be able to spin thin. And I'm like, no, once you start spinning thin, it's actually really hard to go back to anything else. There we go. There we go. Oh, a bit thin, a bit thin. So I think I'm doing I'm definitely doing a woolen. So I'm doing a woolen spin because this is the woolen prep. The fibers aren't all lined up together. And I'm spinning clockwise. I'm making the wheel go in the direction of the clock. Sorry, now that's far too thin. And that's how you sorry, that's how, in case you're interested, that is how you, if you break the yarn, that's how you connect it again. And I'll show you again in a second. So if you spin too thin or whatever, if you feel like it's too thin, you just kind of leave it fluffy and dangle it along, and the spin will actually glue that back in. It'll capture it and pull it back in, and you don't even notice that there's a join there. It's like magic. Just gonna make sure that I'm right. Good. I like this tension actually. That's too thin. Build it up. Come on, Grace, concentrate. That's too thick now. Oh well. Jesus, I'll just leave it go. It's fine, let's just do some thick and thin and see how we go. So this is kind of what happens as well when you don't pre-draft. You get these kind of big in a Rolag, you get these kind of big chunks coming out, and then you get like thick and thin, which is perfect for some art yarns. You know, you can really make some nice beehives with that type of yarn. You know, you kind of get slubby yarns, which is really nice, but it's kind of not what I'm aiming for. I kind of want to get like a chunky 2-ply, fairly even, if I can, because I'm concentrating on it, because I'm talking about it and looking at it carefully, and I'm not watching TV. So we're nearly out of the yellow, and we're coming into the kind of oranges. So what we're planning on doing with this is we made this. It's really nice actually, because I feel like it wasn't just me making it. It was like loads of us on the last live. So we came up with this idea to spin a sunrise, or to make a sunrise Rolag. So that's what we're doing. And what I want to do then is weave it. I want to ply it, and then I want to weave it. See, that's far too thin. I want to weave it up into like a little tapestry. I think that would be so adorable. So that's going to be another live session, because that'll be fairly quick too, I feel like. A couple of different things I could use actually for that. I have a fairly simple loom that I got. It's just like a picture frame loom, and I might just use that for it, because I was thinking, oh, will I warp up a whole rigid heddle? I don't think I will. I don't want to pull it out, you know. Too thin there, you see, too thin. So when I first started to spin, I got a, yes, if you want to be, absolutely, Walisha. Sorry, I haven't spotted any funny things. You can absolutely, if anyone wants to answer questions or anything that anyone else asks, please do. Megan, I wear an apron so I don't get fluff on my clothes, or if there's still veggie matter on the wool, it falls into the apron. Not meant to me. Also, yes, Maurice, the what's it called? On a camera, because I'm wearing dark clothing, I really wanted to show up what I'm doing with the apron, so it's easier to see. So that's also why I'm wearing it. I don't always wear it. I generally tend to wear it when I'm working with like dirty wool straight off a sheep. That's why I wear the apron. I love this colour, that kind of orangey pink. Isn't that stunning? Yes. Yes. Now. So we're coming through this quite quickly now, which is great. That's exactly what I wanted actually. Spinning is very fast. Now if I was to spin this super thin up, it would obviously take a lot longer. But I just want to check how I'm doing on this. Yeah, I'm kind of going in between a sport and a DK. I'm fine with that, that's fine. Clockwise. So I've got my tea with me. My throat's a bit creaky because I was at a wedding yesterday and there was an awful lot of clapping and singing and hollering and all the rest of it. So I'm just having a cup of tea here. Just for my poor little throat. Yeah. I'm going to leave some of these chunks in because I think they'd be really cute on the in the weaving. I think it would really like give it like clouds or something. I don't know. What do you think? We'll see. I'm leaving a few in the pink section, quite thin, and then I'll pull a big chunk out and I'll leave that do its thing there. I think I'm so used to being really strict about my yarn, like trying to keep it really even and blah, blah, blah. But, ooh, this one will be cute. I'm going to leave that go. So now we're moving into the blues. We're nearly done, lads, on the first one. And then I'm going to pre-draft the second one and we'll see. So it's going to be much more even on the second one. Sorry, excuse me. Little burps. There we go. And you know what I want to do? I want to do it quite even in the blues and the blacks, just to kind of give the impression of like clear blue skies and like the black of the night. I could even add in little puffs of fibre for like stars or something on the weaving. Wouldn't that be sweet? You know, when you're kind of spinning it yourself, you can really decide what you want. And look, it didn't take that long to make. It didn't take that long to spin. So if it all turns out crap, who cares? It's grand. Oh, I'm too narrow. I'm too fine there. I just need a consistent. That's what I need. I don't need it fine, Grace. I need consistency. Ugh. You got your yarn gauge from Hilltop Cloud Shop. Yeah. Do you know, I think actually that's... No, mine is from Burning Impressions. Burning Impressions. That's where I got mine in 2015. Ooh, because Laura, one of my viewers, one of my friends, I call her my friend now. She sent it over to me. It was in a shop in Canada. So I'm just after buying something from America, and I'm absolutely kicking myself because I'm like, oh, I looked away for a second and I went thin. Look at that! Isn't it amazing how you just go? The second you look away, if you're trying to do anything less than your default. There we go. There's a bit of black. Lovely. Nearly there. Fabulous. Gorgeous. Well, I'll show you the final. It's the only thing with the Woolly Winder is they don't make pretty bobbins. You know, you can sometimes make these really nice like rainbow gradients if you're like organizing where the yarn goes on the bobbin. But with the Woolly Winder, I'll show you in a minute now, but it just literally fills the whole thing evenly. So, and then just at the end here, when you get to this little loop, will you be plying next week? Yes, I'm going to be two-plying it. So I've spun one and I'll get another bobbin now and I'll spin onto that and then I'll three-ply. What time is it now? 24 minutes. Yeah, I don't think I've got time to ply it, lads. We'll see. And there we go. That is the first the first Rolag. So that's what she looks like, because we just finished on this round. So I'm just going to have a quick cup of tea. Have a little look at the comments. Good Twinkles made it. Yes. Good Twinkles makes them too, yeah. My sister gave me one. Yeah, there's a couple of people that do them. I think this Burning Impressions, she actually makes a long, thin one, but unfortunately mine broke when it was long and thin. So I like this chunky one a bit more. And it's always hanging off my wheel, so, you know, it'll never get lost or anything. So that's super handy. Okay, so before we get lost in those chats, it's time to switch bobbins. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh no, I have to actually, oh god, that looks like a cat got it, doesn't it? I'll have to get a bit of stuff to fix it. So I've just got this cotton. That'll do. Do I have a scissors up here? I don't. So I like having a long leader, you know, a pretty long leader, maybe 3 foot or something. So it would be 6 foot doubled over. So I'm just gonna do this horrible thing where I use my hands and cut them all to death. Oh, no, I can't. Cotton is so hard. Ooh. Is this one easier, I wonder? Oh, I have loads of leftover fluff. I have to make some cat toys or something. Oh, Ukrainian colours. Leave that there. Ah, beautiful. Okay. Now, so I'm just gonna make a little knot there. So you've got a loop. It's just, I find it easiest. And then I just do a little slip knotty thing. So that stays there then. Perfect. Oh, I do something on my shoulder. I don't know if I did or not. No, I'll just leave that there. I'll leave, do you know what I'll do? I'll leave it here. Yay. Oh, wait. I'll leave it out further so you can see. There we go. Off for you, babes. Oh, if anyone is interested in it, you are actually currently donating to the Ukrainian appeal, because I am giving, I gave all of January and some of the start of February's earnings to my friend who's organising. She's a Polish friend of mine, and she is organising a truck full of relief aid to head to Ukraine. So I gave her all of that, and so thank you very much for watching, because this video is monetized, and if you are watching it on the back, on the playback, there will be a few ads thrown in the middle of it. So thank you very much for watching those ads, because you are actually helping with the Ukrainian resistance. Oh, what's happened there? Something slipped off. That's it. That's okay. Sorry. I did mark this video not suitable for children just because of the cursing. I'm sorry about the cursing. I can't help myself. Oh. Yeah. Okay, so now I've got our leader thread, and then it's a bit tangly. Sorry about that. It's not been tamed yet. And this happened again. All right, that's fine. Why are you like this? There you go. That's what I'm talking about, a bit of a bounce. If you spin up last week's green logo, Rolags as a long single, you could also show us tape 2-ply. I like that idea, Natasha. I really like it. That is a fantastic idea. Let me just fix that. Perfect. Okay. So we'll just see which way. So I want to keep going. There you go. It just has to hook itself on. Oh, I wish I could. This will kind of be a bit annoying, but sure, look. So we'll start again at this. So it's very important that we start at the same end that we started the other one. So we start on the brown side. So we want to keep the colors together. So what I'm going to do is this. And there we go. And off we go. Oh, as I didn't have enough of an overlap there. Just bring that down a bit. The tension's a bit high, I think. Yeah, I think I might my friend of mine has actually asked if she could have those green ones. So I think I'll check with her, because there was another set that she might have wanted. So I will check and see which one she wanted. And then I'll get back to you on the whole chain flying thing. So there we go. I'm just gonna let that hook on. There we go. Okay, now tension's a bit high. It is pulling it out of my hands. So I just loosen the tension a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Oh, what we were going to do, I forgot. Jeez, this is what happens now. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to really quickly pre-draft it. So I'm going to start from this end, just because the other one's connected, and just pre-draft a little bit. Not too much, because again, I want it to be fairly thick. So I'm just pulling it out, trying to sort out those clumps before they become a problem. So of course, it depends on the type of yarn if you want. If you want lovely chunky yarn, don't pre-draft. If you do want lovely even spin, pre-draft. This is basically the moral of the story. I'm actually going to take off. I've got a jumper on, and the room is heating up now. I put on the heating earlier. Yeah, these ones here, the Halloweeny ones. Yeah, they're super, super pretty. But I think they might need to go to a friend of mine. Sorry, guys. We'll just have to make up some more, won't we? This is the ASMR section. I don't know if you can hear that. Can you hear the fibre pulling? This could also help with the blending as well. Now, there we go. So that is our Rolag all pre-drafted out. So it's time to get spinning it. It is real satisfying. Hey, Gabby, how are you? Real satisfying. So I'm trying not to put it too much tighter now, because it's pretty much ready to just whip onto the wheel because I pre-drafted it. This is so much easier than the other one. few little bits, but it's really not as noticeable as the other side. There we go. This is cool actually. Can you see it going onto the wheel? Ooh, sorry. Ooh, there we go. Oop. There now. If you get a little bit of a sneaker. There you go. So again, I'm just going to do a quick check here, just because I'm not using my default. Yeah, sport. Between a sport and a fingering. Oh, come on, Grace. Come on, Grace. You can do better than this. See, the thing is, when you pre-draft, you're also probably going to be able to get thinner on the Rolags as well. Yeah, that's better. So we're moving on to the orange now, going onto the wheel. Onto the bobbin, sorry. Let's use the correct terminology. I'll actually put this down on the floor so you can see the colours a little bit better. It's easier, is that? Is that easier for you? Oh, I love this movie pink, oh my god. This kind of rhubarb kind of colour. Stewed rhubarb. I think I'm used to spinning worsted, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to like straighten out all the fibres, but there's actually no point. It's supposed to be fluffy going on the wheel. I don't normally spin like at a right angle here. I'm just showing you what it's like going onto the wheel, and showing you the yarn as well. If I do a little boo-boo like there, it's just fine. Knew it was too tight. Oh Lord. Now the one thing about the woolly winder is I know the end is here somewhere. It can't be over here. So where do I find my end? There it is. Beautiful. Okay. So there's a fairly low twist on this going on. And I could increase my twist if I wanted to. I might actually. we go. I overlapped that by about 6 inches there now, so that's not going to go anywhere now. The overlap was just too small, and the yarn the fibre too thin to connect, and that's what happened there. It's too thin. It's going to drop again. So I generally have one hand still and one hand kind of pulling it on, and I can feel I'm holding this fibre. Hi Laura, I was just talking about you. Did you send me on this Burning Impressions? You did, didn't you? I'm using it for this project because I'm trying to spin a bit thicker, which is so hard. You saw your interview from Sweet. Oh yes, that was so much fun. I must watch over it. I can't remember what rubbish I was talking about. Absolute rubbish. Yes, you sent it on to me. I have it on the wheel the whole time. It's great. Oh, look at this loveliness. That's pretty, isn't it? Cute. I might just tilt it up a little bit. Laura, did you ever meet her when you were in Vancouver that time? I don't know if I did. I don't think I was. I don't think I met her. When was that? A million years ago? 2017? No, I don't think I did meet up with her. Maybe I did. Oh Jesus, I don't know actually. What's her actual name in real life? I don't remember it anyway, is that bad? It's very bad. Sorry. So the one thing I don't want is for one of these to be super short and one of these to be super long. Don't really want that. Which could definitely happen because I wasn't measuring how much fibre I was putting on each Rolags. So that could happen. So in order to avoid that, you should be measuring, you know, weighing the fibre. Did I do it? Absolutely not. Yes, Burning Impressions is awesome. I got her to make... Yes, I was talking about that one, finger width. Just, do you know what? I got one of those from you. But unfortunately it broke. It was maybe a bit thin, but I had it on my keychain. So that was probably why, because, you know, it gets a bit more abuse on the keychain. So I really love this chunky one, actually. I really do like the chunky. It suits me a lot. I have it on the wheel, you see, so it never really gets abused too much. It's minded, you know. So I'd say if I did the minding with the other one, it would have been worked. It would have worked. So here we're coming to the end here. Hang on now. Oh yeah, 43 minutes. Well done, everybody. Just in time too, because I'm getting hungry. We're having Saturday tea, so James is making veggie burgers and chips, wedges. He makes them from scratch. Can't talk about it, I'm too hungry. And also too thirsty. I am so hungover still from the wedding, my God. I'm trying to horse liquids into me. I didn't drink as much liquids or, you know, water as I should have probably. And I think I was just wrecked, which is so silly because like we were home by 11. I'm just not used to being out. I'm such old granny. Perfect. She says, spinning on the internet. Yes. Sorry now, I shouldn't be stereotyping, but can't be out now longer than at like 10 o'clock is my max for like a nice day tomorrow. The day after. Right, there we go. Shinny, how long was that now? 44 minutes. And you know what? The first 5-10 minutes were me setting up. So I'll show you the two of them and we'll see what we think. Now, sorry. Boop, boop, boop. Okie dokie. So, here is one and here is the other. So they look pretty similar. Not too shabby, you know. Not too shabby. Lads, could we make a ply in 15 minutes? I think we could. Will we do it? I'm doing it. I'm not waiting for you. So I am too lazy to get my bits out. So I'm going to use this because it'll definitely fit on this. This is another project I'm doing, but I'll just use it. Ooh, see if we can do it. Because I love plying, it's super fast. I'm a reckless plier, reckless. And I'll put it on the smaller ratio just to get a bit of a high twist through. If I do high twist and then a high tension, it should fly through. It's called cheating. It's called not being very deliberate. So I've pulled out 2 of them there from below. And, there we go. This is a Sweet Georgia project that I have on here, but it's fine. I can just use it for plying and then I'll whip it off after. Oh no, I can't. Can I? Oh, I don't think I can because this is a single. Hang on, let me just check. Yeah. No, that's not gonna. It's pulling out. Ah, balls. I don't. Even flipping it around doesn't actually work. I don't think. Wait a second. Let me just check. It's called cheating. It is. Yeah, it's called being a reckless. I think I'm just the bad girl of the spinning world. Although they'll all laugh at me now because they'll know that this is wrong. Yeah, reduce the tension because I've changed the ratio on the thing. That's why. Adjust it. I'm not looking for perfect. I'm looking for done. That's what I'm looking for. Yes, no, maybe, I don't know. Can you repeat the question? You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. No, it's not. Damn it. Damn it. Now, see, I'm restricted with the woolly winder. I do want to buy more of the woolly winder bobbins because I only have 3. But what I can do is change my flyer. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take off that flyer completely. And I have... Oh, please be in here. She's not. Where is she? My other flyer. It's for the standard, the one that comes with it. So I have these other bobbins. It's not going to fly. Listen, hold on. Give me 2 minutes, okay? It'll be real boring here for a second. Here, you can look at these because they're real pretty. Okay, I found it. I found my other flyer. Oh, phew. I didn't have to go that far. So this is the original one that comes with it. And yeah, that's it. That's all I need. Okay, I can do this. James is asleep downstairs, so he's on the couch. So it's not like even an emergency. Where now? Did anyone see that drop off? Oh no. Grace. My little thingy. Can't do this a sign to stop? But I really don't want to stop. Oh, no, no, no. I had it over here the whole time. Okay, okay. Here we are. Okay. There we go. Sorry, I'm breathing straight into it because I ran up the stairs and I'm the most unfit person in the world right now. Try not to breathe right into your face. Sorry. Woo. Okay, here we go. Time to fly. Time to fly. Oh, hang on. Wrap it around my little bits. The other thing is the woody winder is a lot bigger, so that's why I have a few little different sizes on this. Or maybe it's a lot smaller and this one's bigger, I don't know. One of them, two of them. Tappy tappy tap. Tap tap tap. That's good. There we go. One for luck. Okay, now we're going to see the colour come on here. Interesting. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready? Okay. My flower is way too short on this yoke. But I think it'll be okay. It's an old flower too. I feel like it came with the wheel. Okay. And we're off. Plying. So I always have two fingers holding them separately. Try and do an even ply. I pull it in about a foot, let it spin, and then go for it again. Spin will always flow, it's like water, spin will always flow to the area, the thinnest part. It always will. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to just speed up my feet. Now this is starting to fill up, so I'm just going to move it across here to there. We're going to get some chunk. Nice, nice. I love how this blue and purple are mixing. That is super cute. I'm just going to turn this slightly so... There we go. Is that a bit better? I think so. You know what? I'm going to leave this do a little bit of a... I'm going to leave this do a little bit of a curl there, a little bit of a coil. I think that's super cute. Oh, hang on. Okay, sorry. And then the same on the other side. Whenever I get to a chunk, I'm going to actually leave it in and coil it. So basically that means pulling one straight. So there's a little bit here, so I pulled this one a bit straighter and let this one come in at a bit of an angle. Do you see that? So, but I'm kind of doing it unconsciously with my fingers. That one's a bit fluffy, but that's fine. Ah, cute. Now I'm going to move that one over now. I love this fruit salad little combination here. So cute. And then I also love this kind of even chunk. Oh, so nice. Someone love me now. Sing. This happens when I forget that I don't have a woolly winder. Misflyer. Yeah, I just need to buy more thingies, don't I? Really. Now, there we go. Because we're coming into the yellows anyway, so we might as well. This is going to be so stunning. So beautiful. And the black already, my God. Hang on, let me just move that right to the end so we get a good black edge on it. There we go. Oh, fuck, sorry, excuse me for the cursing, sorry. That's what happens when you accidentally do that. That's okay. That's okay, it's alright. Alright, what do? I do this. See, when the bobbin is as much your art as the skein of yarn. There you go. That's the badger. Sorry, no, I'm not paying attention to the comments at all. I'll read them at the end. There we go. Come on, black. I'm waiting for the black on the other side to come in. We've actually done pretty well on the colours here. I just do a little, use up this yellow so we don't totally... That's the end of that. Shite. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a little bit of cheating here. And I'm gonna literally just do this. Wipe it off. Okay, so basically what's happened is I've run out of black and I'm still on the yellow on the other one. So plan is, so I've taken away the rest of that yellow and I'm just going to do a little central ball here. Just a really quick one, there's not much left on this. I just want to finish off together on the black. Okay. So I'm just undoing it there. There we go. All right, so this one, I say central ball, it's just basically a little thingy. Hopefully it won't be a total crash and burn, hopefully not. Just because the colours are quite important in this one. Beautiful. There we go. That is our, God, that was fast. Ha ha! Okay, all right, we went 2 minutes over, but that's all right. Actually, James is still asleep downstairs, so I don't think there's any dinner ready at all. So, that's gonna be great. So this is our, so I didn't get to do this right. Hang on, maybe I'll just make it pretty, just for the gram, lads. You know what it was actually like, but for the gram. Nice, right? Don't tell anyone. So this is what our Rolags came up as. I wonder how much, I don't have my weighing scales here, but I'll weigh it next time when I'm weaving it. So that's pretty. What do you guys think? Do you like it? I need a sugar daddy too. Oh, thank you. Oh, sorry. I sang that once for a school recital and it was a disaster because I started in the wrong key. But it's a pretty song. Mary Black, if anyone's interested. Katie. So, now, because I'm real impatient, I'm literally... No. Take a picture for the gram first, Grace. And then we leave it sit. There's no rush. It's okay. There's plenty of time. So, next time on Babel's live spinning, we're going to weave this up and see what it actually came out like. So we're going to make a little tapestry, which I think is adorable. That is that. Not too bad. Not too bad. I quite enjoyed that a lot. So I'm going to have to go downstairs now and figure out what's for dinner, if anything's for dinner, or if we're just going to have sandwiches and then go to sleep because I'm wrecked. I'm still absolutely wrecked. So that is that. If anyone, I have a thing which I'm doing on Friday actually, but I don't know if anyone is interested in. So James is doing a master's in data analysis, and his group is dealing with the metaverse. So I'm doing a I'm kind of emceeing. I'm emceeing the conversation between them and a few experts. Just kind of, and I'm there knowing nothing. I'm the same as you guys. I haven't a clue about the metaverse or anything like that, but I feel like it is going to be something. And sure, look, if it's not, it's a free seminar run by the University of Limerick. And if anyone is interested, I might pop the notes. I might pop the ticket sales or whatever it is. It's not sales, but the link that you can register your interest there. I can't remember, is it like 4 o'clock? Might be a little bit early for some people. I don't know if it's going to be recorded, but should be interesting. I'm interested in it anyway. I'm just going to turn this around so you can see me. I'll just do my sign off. Wait a minute. Can I do a sign off? Can I do it? Yes, that's better. So yeah, so I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing the MC of that, and it's going to be a couple of experts. Security. I really am curious about security on this because there's bad security anyway. So I'm quite interested in that. And like, it's just the general possibilities about what it's going to be, what it's going to be like, and what it's for. So imagine if we could do like a knit night in there. Or classes, even. Classes in there would be kind of cute. And you could actually see what I'm doing, I guess. Once the technology gets a bit better, because it's very early 90s CGI computer game at the moment, I think. So, but yeah, we could do a whole online festival and anyone could come from anywhere. So that sounds kind of cool. Because I find the online festivals quite difficult to manage. I mean, a lot of people do it quite well, you know, with lives and stuff, but I think it's about the space that you're in. So I think an online festival would be quite cute. Okay, so I will leave you at it. Happy Sunday. Have a great week. Happy Monday tomorrow. Hope it's not too crazy. I hope that it's not too crazy for me. And I'll see you next week. And we'll get on to weaving this bad boy. She's cute. Oh, I still look like death though. Soz about that. Thanks for watching and have a great one. Bye.